It is extremely important in the state of Florida to purchase uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. We see far too many sad situations in all of our offices around Florida where people get involved in horrible crashes, but the person who caused the crash either doesn't have bodily injury coverage or they have very low limits of bodily injury coverage. And that's exactly why uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage exists. It's a type of coverage that you purchase yourself through your own automobile insurance company. It's on your policy, and it protects you in the event that you're hit by someone who either doesn't have coverage or doesn't have enough coverage. So running through a couple of scenarios, let's say you get rear-ended by someone and they only have $10,000 in bodily injury coverage. But as a result of the crash, you've got several herniated discs, you've got tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills, and you're going to require medical treatment in the future. Well, pretty clear that the value of your claim exceeds the $10,000 in bodily injury coverage that the at-fault driver has. So what do you do in that situation? Your attorney, Trial Pro, we would require the at-fault driver's insurance company to tender every penny of that $10,000 in underlying bodily injury coverage. But once we have that full coverage, then we would advance an additional claim against your own insurance company pursuant to your uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. And depending on what type of limits you purchased, if you purchased $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, we will be strong advocates to get the maximum out of that policy for your benefit. It's usually not that much additional money to purchase uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. We call it UM coverage for short. Doesn't cost that much more. Most insurance companies won't sell you more UM coverage than whatever your bodily injury coverage is. So hypothetically, if you purchase $50,000 in bodily injury coverage on your policy, they probably won't sell you more UM coverage than $50,000. One side note, you can also speak with your insurance representative about purchasing what's called stacking UM coverage. Stacking UM coverage comes into play if you live in a household or if you own basically more than one vehicle that are insured on a policy. And if you purchase $50,000 in coverage, but you do it in a stacking manner and you own 3 vehicles, then that $50,000 in coverage gets multiplied by the number of vehicles you own. So in that instance, you'd have $150,000 in coverage, which is a very economical way to purchase UM coverage. Strongly encourage everyone in Florida to purchase UM coverage. The law does not require people to carry any bodily injury coverage. And consequently, there's plenty of people driving on our roads who try to save money by not purchasing that coverage, and it leaves all of us vulnerable. So don't wait for them to worry about you. Be proactive and protect yourself and purchase UM coverage. If you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call at 1-800-TRIAL-PRO or visit our website at trialpro.com.